Hey everybody, I'm looking at like I'm a CPA. I want choice tax relief. I almost forgot. Honestly, God, I almost forgot about all that nonsense at the beginning of the year that I told you all was nonsense about the IRS being abolished, about the income tax going away. I had pretty much forgotten about all that, given that it's July at this point, until I saw this comment 28 minutes ago from Johnny the Kid. The IRS is broke and they're about to be abolished. IRS is passed. Folks, does anybody still believe this? I haven't heard anything about abolish the IRS or get rid of income tax lately. The thing I have seen lately is the one big beautiful bill, right, which has been passed by Congress, signed into law by President Trump on Independence Day last week. I know that happened. And that certainly has tax provisions in it for the next few years here, right? And who's going to administer those taxes? The IRS. I've also seen Billy Long, Trump's pick for the IRS, being confirmed by the Senate, right? So why would Trump confirm somebody to the IRS if he plans on abolishing it? And I remember 5 months ago I did this poll on my channel. 5 months ago, this must have been February, I guess. Will the IRS be abolished within the next 4 years? 45% of y'all said yes, folks. 45% of y'all said yes. Let me remind you of this. And I had forgotten all this until Johnny came in here and commented. I should redo that poll. And folks, I don't want to be a douchebag here. Okay, I don't. Okay, no, this isn't some big like I told you so thing, but do you want to mention? Back in November, right after Trump got elected, I made this video called What Trump's Victory Means for the IRS and for You. And in this video, I specifically said no, the IRS is not going to be abolished. I said, however, it will become more difficult to work with the IRS, which it certainly has, given so many thousands of IRS employees have now left the IRS, either been laid off or taken the buyout. And I focused hard in on the SALT cap. Now, my kind of prediction was that we could probably see it repealed entirely. We didn't get that, right? We got it raised to $40,000, which essentially repeals it for a lot of Americans who itemize. Okay. I said some other things in there that I think are pretty spot on. Now, not everything, right? I didn't have a crystal ball, right? I thought they might go after the mortgage interest deduction, right? That they kind of nerfed a bit in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. They didn't really do that, but again, not to be a horn tooter here, but kind of just look. I see this comment down here from Johnny about people still thinking that the IRS is going to be abolished. Not going to happen, folks. This thought hasn't even crossed my mind recently, right? And what that was like the talk of the town, right? Like 5 or 6 months ago. Anyway, folks, are there any of you, true believers out there who still think that the IRS is going to be abolished during the Trump administration? If you think it will be, please leave a comment below. I'd love to have a discussion about this. I would really love to have a discussion about this if you think it's still in the cards, right, for the IRS to be abolished. I would like to have a conversation about it. Anyway, folks, that's all I got for now. I'm probably just going to publish this video tonight, just for funsies, in addition to the regularly scheduled programming that usually hits in the afternoon. But anyway, have a good night, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye.